Good afternoon, everybody, and a happy Monday as always. So I'm very, very excited to jump into it today. What I have decided to do for this video, and again the next, several, is go back to a journaling series, if you will, or have each of these videos have a particular theme like I did last time with the Journey to Wellness, and have these videos titled Mind Training. This is a concept that I suppose I have been practicing for years. I just wasn't essentially aware of it, and I came across this concept of training your mind here relatively recently. And I've spent probably close to the last decade training my body, helping coach and train other people to train their body. But it never really occurred to me that it's just as, if not probably more important, to train your mind. So today's video, being video number 1 in the series, Mind Training, is going to be dedicated more to explaining why we would train our mind. I'm not going to really answer any questions, if you will, today. I want to more provoke thought and have you all have some questions for it too, those of you who take the time to watch the video. So the first piece into mind training is reality versus our individual perceptions. And I think one of my all-time favorite movies was the 1999's The Matrix. And I could do a video of just quotes I love from that freaking movie alone. But one of my favorite is when one of the main characters, Morpheus, is saying to Keanu Reeves' character, Neo, because he's questioning, he's just been awakened, and he's saying, this can't be real. And Morpheus says to him, well, what is real? How do you define real? If real is just things that you can see and taste and touch, then reality is nothing more than electrical signals interpreted by your brain. And I don't know, that could be reality, our sense perception, but at the same time, I'm not quite so sure. And then that leads us into our actual individual perceptions. And a beautiful story that illustrates our perceptions is there's a human, a dog, and a bee, all in a field, a green, grassy field of flowers. The human, as I already said, is going to see the field as green grass and all these beautiful flowers and maybe a blue sky and some clouds, right? The dog, as we understand dogs, is going to see a lot of that as a gray blob, but is going to experience things like hearing and smells that we as human beings can't interpret. And as I understand it, with bees, they see the world essentially in some sort of ultraviolet way where they're going to see a spectrum of colors and experiences that we as human beings cannot actually fathom. Well, of those experiences, there's 3 different perceptions going on, experiencing essentially the same ultimate reality. But what is real? What of those is real? And that leads me into mind training, where it's actually the Buddha who said that to misperceive reality is to suffer. And I've said before, and this is an Eckhart Tolle concept, which is the same thing, just worded differently. You need to understand the difference between facts and stories, right? A fact, again, I've probably used this example in a previous video. I have 3 cents left in my bank account is just a fact. That's all it is. That's all it is. I have 3 cents right now in my bank account. It's just a fact. It's a number. It's a statement. It's a fact. Then saying to yourself, my life is ruined. Everything is over. Why should I even get out of bed? Blah, 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 blah. Like, those are where our misperceptions of the reality start to take over. So that is why I'm getting into this piece of mind training, and why I have myself been really diving heavy in to training my mind, because you've probably heard the term of like monkey mind, right? Where your thoughts go here and your thoughts go there and your thoughts go there. And again, I've said before, meditation, I noticed a long time ago, when my thoughts go somewhere, my emotions go somewhere. My emotions go somewhere, my thoughts go somewhere. So mind training is the ability to observe the monkey mind, to understand that our thoughts and our emotions can sometimes go all over the place, but to bring it back, as they say, into center. And you've probably heard, at least maybe some of you have heard the term mantra. They do it a lot in yoga, they do it a lot in meditation, where you are repeating a mantra over and over again. I did the precepts as some of my past videos. For years I used those mantras For today only do not bear anger. For today only do not worry. For today only so forth and so on. And I would say these mantras again and again and again. And very recently I learned that what mantra means is to protect the mind. You are protecting your mind because your mind is essentially vulnerable to different pieces in this world. So again, this video I wanted to just introduce the concept of mind training, get it kind of in your brain or in your thought process, so to speak. Perhaps challenge you to start questioning, what is reality? What are my perceptions? How am I perceiving reality? And understand that my perceptions of this reality is always, 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 always in flux. It's always changing. So perhaps for this week until next week when I do the second video where we're going to actually dive into how you can start training your mind, start to just simply be mindful and aware of what is real, what is absolutely real, what is a fact that's going on in front of you at this moment, and how are you perceiving that said fact. And you can notice your perceptions because your perceptions always change. Perceptions are always going in, going out, like a cloud going in, going out. It's just like a wave, right? To end this, perception is essentially a wave. It's there and it's not. But reality is the ocean. The ocean is always there. The wave comes and the wave goes. So mind training, guys. Stay in touch. I'm looking forward to next Monday where we start doing some mind training, and I hope that this helps you. Enjoy this beautiful day. Goodbye.